one comedian here in Philadelphia. Number one comedian here in Philadelphia. Number one comedian here in Philadelphia. Number one comedian here in Philadelphia.
PlatinumTouchpresents, the show you all been waiting on. And now, it's time for the Hill-arious Show with comedian Malcolm Hill.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, comedian Malcolm Hill. And this is the Hill-arious Show. Each and every Thursday, 7 o'clock, the Hill-arious Show. We in the building, man. We definitely got a great show today. Got my little, we got a good show going on today, man. I got my man, my man Nate the Landlord Carter, one of the funniest comedians in the world. But before I say all that, I want to say, make sure you get your tickets because I'm performing at the Met on the 23rd in Philadelphia at the Met. So get your tickets for that. 267-971-7860. 267-971-7860. Comedian Malcolm Hill and friends at the Met. It's going to be crazy, man. Get your tickets, all right? With all that said, and plus, if you're watching this thing right now, if you're watching this show, I need y'all to hit share. Not just watch the show. I need the support. I need you to just hit share so it'll come out on your page, and then your people will be able to see it, not just my people. I need your people to see this show. So if you're watching this show right now, do me a big favor. We can see what you're doing. We see when you're doing it, and I'm watching you. Hit share on the bottom of this video. Hit share so that your people can join in and see this show, all right? And before we start, I got to bring my co-host on. My man, N.A. is in the building. Where you at, N.A.?
What's going on? What's going on, big brother?
What up,
hey,
homie?
Now,
what up, man?
I got to just say this, and I probably say it every week, but I'm going to need you to not be so busy that when it comes to Thursday, you got to think of what day it is and what show you're on, okay? You're about to be fired. We're about to have to cancel
Malcolm Hill and get somebody else.
I got to work, baby. I got to work.
What day is this? What show? You don't even know what show you're on.
I don't even.
All you got to do is turn around. It's okay. It's Thursday. I'm here. It's Thursday.
Right.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, you be noticing the pause on which show I'm on and which.
Absolutely.
Because I am doing a lot. And I be forgetting like which show is this and which show I'm on. I just know I'm on. I can imagine Steve Harvey being on the Family Feud and he be saying something else like, "What the nigga, you on the Family Feud? What the hell is wrong with you, nigga? This the Family Feud."
Hey, look, that's what I gotta do each week starting from now on. I gotta get you pumped up real quick because when you first get on here, you got that little dead area. So Ryan G, let's play this little funny clipping of the chick. We got a little funny clipping of this chick right here. We want you to see.
What chick?
Holy shit.
Not holy shit. Yeah, that's what I gotta do that for you because you gotta at least laugh before you.
Nah, that's
you
funny.
Too serious for the first 2 minutes.
No, I ain't, nigga. I'm always bugging. That's crazy. That means she got a cheap structure of her damn house. Her house is falling apart. The damn termites is fucking up the goddamn house. And she gonna post that shit. The damn termites is fucking the house up. If you got a Section 8 house, don't put no swings and trapeze and all that shit, cause shit gonna come down and you on live and shit. I be on this joint live. I be looking back and see if I see a roach crawling across my screen. I'm talking shit, and I might see a motherfucking roach stop and be looking like, what the fuck's going on? Every 5 minutes, I don't know. I be looking back, make sure I'm walking across. Because shit ain't, you know what I mean? Shit ain't always right, you know what I'm saying? But boy, this week, man, I went to you know, I host a karaoke every Wednesday at His and Her restaurant on 2nd and South. Make sure you come. I'll be hosting that. And I'm noticed it's a lot of girls in there, a whole lot of women, man, a whole lot of women, some guys too. But the women, they only get up to twerk. They ain't doing like Jay-Z.
Dave, what's up?
Like a dude, like the older dudes, they doing older songs. The boy got up there, he did Jay-Z, and them girls just be sitting there looking at him. And then they put on Nicki Minaj, and they start going crazy. I'm like, the #1 rapper in the world. They sitting there looking at this, like, get this nigga up out of here. I'm like, damn, this nigga can rap better than all these people. When dude got up there and did his little Jay-Z, man, that room was so dead. And then Nicki Minaj, she couldn't even talk, and she stumbling and mumbling, and they was Only thing they be doing is grabbing the side of the table and twerking. That's it. That's the day. You ain't got to do how we
do nothing.
Steps. We used to have
and all they're gonna do is they're gonna dance with each other. That's all they're gonna do is dance with each other.
We was doing all this. They just grabbed the side of the chair. That's it. You don't have to have no skills at all with these motherfuckers. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And they twerked all night long, man. This one girl, I turned it into a twerk competition after a while. And this one girl, she was twerking, and then she dropped down and did a split. And then, because I said, I'm giving out $500 to the best twerker. The whole room got up. Everybody was twerking, right? But this one girl, she dropped down to a split. And she said, Malcolm, I'm a professional stripper. None of these bitches gonna beat me. I said, well, goddamn, give me your goddamn number, because that motherfucker, that motherfucker did that split and pulled her. She did a split, and then she grabbed her leg and still pulled that motherfucker. I said, God, like she was pulling.
So all the money you made that night, you gave up, didn't you?
I came home broke when I seen that. I didn't have shit after that damn show, man. That show fucked me up. That was a waste of time for me to be at that show. But then I was just watching, before we bring my man Nate on, I was just watching this thing on TV, and I was coming to the conclusion that the government owns everything about us, like literally everything about us, because I was watching this thing on TV, and it's illegal for you to sell your kidney or your lung. It's illegal, but you can donate it. So how the fuck can I donate my kidney? It's mine. I can donate it to a motherfucker, but I can't sell it to a nigga. Like you got to give it to the white man for them to give it to who they want to give it to. But what if I say, nah, I'm holding this motherfucker for somebody want to buy this for $5,000. I want the money. But they say, no, you can't get the money. You got to donate this motherfucker so we can get the money. So this shit don't make no damn sense. You can't sell your own goddamn body part. You can only donate that motherfucker so they can sell it and they can get the money. So basically, they get money off of our goddamn body parts.
Hey,
something ain't right.
That's what it is.
That's like saying I can donate you my car, but I can't sell it to you. I can donate it to you, but I can't sell it to you. It's my car, but I can't sell it to you unless they making some money off that motherfucker. That's all about
that dollar, bro. All about the dollar.
If they not getting no money out the deal, you can't even
sell it. How was your show over the weekend? I seen you was like in Coatesville or something like that.
Oh, Coatesville show, man. Shout out to everybody that was on the show. I tell the truth about what goes on. I was in rare form on that show because I was happy to be back on stage again. And I was bugging out, and I'm not gonna say I made people eat it, but because I love my people that came on after me. They're very good, they're very talented. But if I'm on and I'm bugging, it's crazy. But I'm not gonna go into details about the show. But your boy just did his thing, man. And they tried to book me out there again. What's so crazy about that, right? Before I bring my man Nate on, the promoter is like the Suge Knight of promotion. He is a promoter that booked me to the show for this club. It's called the place was called the Moose Lounge. It was some white folks in there, and I called it I called it the Rusty Moose. The Rusty Moose. I was at the Rusty Moose, right? And so I'm performing at the Rusty Moose, and the owner of the bar wanted to book me later on, but the promoter, which is a good friend of mine, said, Malcolm, if you work at that bar, you'll never work in this country again. He said, country. I said, this nigga gonna kill me if I work for this man? Because he brought me there. I can't work for them if they want to book me later on. I can't do that. Now, this guy is not my manager. He's not my, he brought me there. I understand that. But if I work for these people, I won't work in this city again. Now, I don't know if that was a threat or I don't know he's going to kill some people. I don't know what was going to happen. But I ain't work for them people. I told the owner I can't perform for you because I don't know what the fuck's about to happen. Okay? I don't know what the fuck this man going to do. My man Coney, shout out to Coney. You know what I'm saying? He's the Suge Knight of comedy. You can't work for, if he bring you there, you can't work for nobody else. He owns you. So
shit.
He owns you. So if somebody down there want to book you, it ain't happening because he's gonna shut that shit down. He only works for me. But anyway, with all that said, man, this brother I'm about to bring on, actually, he's my cousin and everything, and family member. You know what I'm saying? I remember when he first started, man, and he came up to me and he was, asking me a couple of questions about it, and he took everything and he ran with it, man. And he's all over the country, man. He does clean comedy shows, dirty comedy shows, porno comedy shows, stripper comedy shows. He does it all. He's Nate the Landlord Carter. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my family member, Nate the Landlord Carter.
Ha ha!
With his Eagles jersey on.
That's right, baby.
What up, man?
For the draft. Oh,
man.
I think I go and bring my jewelry on here. I know you're a New York fan, so I had to go ahead and make sure that I dressed appropriate.
Y'all finally got one. Y'all finally got one. Finally got one. Okay. 50
all that matters.
50 years in the making to get that. Okay.
Hey, man, look. You know what I mean? We had championships. We just needed a Super Bowl.
That's it.
Man, that was the biggest fluke. That was the biggest. Listen, if y'all didn't get that daggone, what's the quarterback, the real quarterback that won the Super Bowl? The real quarterback. What's Nick Foles. Nick Foles. Look, this is what y'all did. Y'all brought Nick Foles in. He won a championship. You got rid of him for another guy that you got rid of right after you got rid of Nick Foles. Who was running that shit down there?
And your point?
Well, you did the right thing, right? Nate the Landlord Carter.
I'm in the building.
Tell the people about your I will get my rent, because he actually is a landlord. A lot of people just be making up names, but tell the people, how did you come up with the slogan, I will get my rent?
Well, like you said, I am a landlord. I own a couple properties in the city of Philadelphia. Bought my first property when I was 19.
Okay.
And the slogan actually came from a tenant that was one of them hood ghetto girls, you know what I mean? And when she found out I had property, I was working on one of my properties, and she was a friend of a friend, and she just came over. She's like, "Oh my God, you gonna be renting this joint out? This joint nice. Oh man, I really want to rent this apartment, and you ain't got to worry about, because you will get your rent." That was like almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And when I tell people, I'm Nate the Landlord, and I will get my rent. So when I took on comedy, Nate the Landlord was my stage name, because that's who I am. You know what I mean? Right. I know a lot of Nates, and people was like, what Nate you talking about? You talking about Nate the Landlord? It just stuck with me. And when I attribute it to comedy, as far as I'm gonna get my rent is what's due to me. Okay. Whether that's respect, whether it's applause, whether it's bookings, whether it's whatever it is, whatever's due for me, I'm coming to get that. So when I say, and I will get my rent, I mean exactly that. If I come, so when you was just talking about when you on, and how hot you are, and I can contest to that, because I always tell you, you're one of the best freestylers I've ever seen in my life. And when you on, brother, like I'm telling you, man, it's a, you know what? I'm a fan. You know what I mean? I'm a fan, because to sit back and to watch you is just if you've never seen Malcolm Hill roast the room on a freestyle, man, you're missing a treat. You know what I mean? So when I come to these shows, it's really when it shows, even though we all do the same thing, it's a competition, but it's not a competition. We all want to win. When we on the show, you want the show to be great. You want everybody to win. You want everybody to be good. But when you step on that stage as a comic, you're trying to destroy that stage and leave nothing for nobody else.
Right.
You don't. If it's laughs out there, you want them all. You want to give it your all. You want to destroy the stage. You know what I mean? And what happened was early in my career, I had a couple, what do you call them, veteran comics, who, when I got a little buzz, they would show up at my shows and do a guest spot. Guest spot, for the people that don't know, is when you come on, you do a little free comedy. It's just a guest spot. You're not on the booking. You're not on the card. You just come up and just do some comedy. And they would do guest spots right in front of me when it was time for me to go on stage. Because I had a buzz and I was featuring, they would come up there as veterans and try to roast the room and see if I could follow them. That's, you know, that's how you make your chops in this business. And, you know, I used to take that personal. So I said, these niggas trying to take my rent money. You know what I mean? Get my motherfucking rent money. So I went up there with that I will get my rent attitude. And, you know, I've been keeping it ever since. No matter what's out there for me, I'm going to get it.
Yeah. Definitely when I did that show, man, you know, my people that was headlining, he was like, are you headlining this? I was like, no, they're giving you all the money. And so you got to headline it. And I was featuring. And when I tell you, I roasted the heck out of that room when I went up there.
Oh, I already know.
I didn't even have to do no jokes. Once I got up there, and then when I got off, he said, "Why'd you do that?" I said, "Cause that's all I know." I'm sorry.
Was he maybe mad at you?
He wasn't mad, but he knew he had to work to get it back, get the room back the way he wanted. He wasn't mad because he know this is what it is, but he didn't think I was going to do what I did, and I didn't. You know, I didn't think I was going. Once I get on stage, stuff just comes to me, and it happens so fast. And I don't even know what I said. People later on say, "You remember you said such and such?" And I'm like, "No, I don't remember." and
you know what's crazy? In basketball terms, Steph Curry heat up, and he hit every shot that he throw, no matter what hand is in his face, no matter what ankle falling down. He hit. First thing they say is, "Yo, he on fire. Yo, he hot." He on fire. And it's the same thing with a comic. When you touch that stage and something go off in you and you on fire, man, a hose can't put you out.
I was saying some stuff, man, that was crazy from the beginning to the end. I didn't even hardly really have to do no material because I was just bugging out so much that it was just crazy. It was good to see, man, and it was good to do. You know what I mean? But I'm blessed to be able to do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so are you, Nate, as well, man. You know, you're blessed to do what you do. I watched you when you first got on stage and how you doing it now, man. It's the same thing. Like, you know,
it was funny because you was telling that story, right? It was a butter so broke show. We was over top of a garage.
Yep,
right?
I came to see.
Yep, with the top of the garage on 5th and Island, and we literally, I watched Malcolm in the room. I said, "Damn, man, that's Malcolm." You know what I mean? He on posters and flyers all over the place. I was just starting out, you know what I mean? I said, "Man, he a vet, man. He doing this thing. You know, I want him to check me out."
Right.
Soon as I'm getting ready to go on stage, this nigga leaving. I said, "Where the fuck is this nigga going?" I ran over. I called him at the door. I said, "Malcolm,
I'm leaving.
I said, "Where you going?" He said, "I'm leaving, man. I'm out. I seen enough." I said, "Listen, man." I said, "You know, I'm getting ready to go on stage. I'm new to this thing." I said, "If you can stay and watch me, and any pointers that you give me, man, I won't accept everything."
That's what's up.
And I went up there and I lit that motherfucker on fire. I never forget that show. I lit that joint on fire.
Yes, you did.
And I went over to Malcolm.
I said, "Yo," and you came to my house and we talked because I said,
I said, "Yo, man, I just need some importance. Just tell me what I need to do." You know, he said, "Nigga," that's how Malcolm talked about it. "Nigga, you need to do exactly what you just did. That's what you do. You do what you just did. You do that, and you gonna be fine."
Hey Nate, real quick.
Right.
So, like, what was like one of your favorite? Like, I'm not gonna say as far as you felt like you made it, but what was one of your times that you felt like it was like your proudest moment in comedy?
Wow. I'd probably say my proudest moment, and I had a lot. One of my proudest moments, number one was when a little big name, what we call him, a veteran in the game. He tried to youngboy me by doing the guest spot in front of me, and he did 40 minutes.
Damn.
On the guest spot, and I was in the back. I was in the back, heated. Now, Malk, you know how I come on stage with all that energy to my music. He came off the stage, man, and did what he had to do. Man, I hit my music, man. I went on that stage, man, and I went bananas. You hear me? I went so bananas, man. I got the standing ovation. I got off stage. I sold DVDs, the whole 9 yards, and I went back over to him, and all he could do was shake his head and say, and he was real with me. He's like, I've been hearing a lot about you. You be getting the buzz. So I came down here to see what it was really hitting for, see if you really had what it takes. That's why I did what I did.
Yeah. Now I want the
good, man. You know, I come to get my rent.
I don't want the name because I know you're not going to tell me, but were they from New York?
No, they was actually from here in Philly.
Okay.
Comics that I really looked up to in the game. That's what made me realize. That's what made me realize I was becoming a threat. Because here I'm looking at this dude with as an idol in this game. I'm looking up to him. Like I'm paying for comedy tickets to go see this brother, like just because that's how funny I felt he was. And here he is worried about me, that he felt that he needed to test my chops.
Yep.
So I can say that was one of my one of my most proudest moments because it was early. It was early in my career. You know what I mean? But you know, my biggest moment I could say, you know, was I did a show with Nephew Tommy. I opened up for Nephew Tommy in a Grand Opera House in Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay, I seen you killed that.
Yeah, man. They only gave me like, you know, like 10, 15 minutes. But I had a real big conversation with Nephew Tommy. Then our dressing rooms right across from each other. Had this huge conversation with him. And I was telling him that, you know, it's another big name comic that kind of blackballed me. You know, because I really went hard. And he, you know, he got mad at me because I was contracted to do 30 minutes. I was featured. I was contracted to do 30 minutes on contract. And I was murdering him, and he was in the back of the room giving me the light at 20. Like the comedian.
Wow.
The comedian was in the back lighting me at 20 with his cell phone. And then when I got off the stage, he went to tell me that I was being disrespectful to the headliner, so on and so on. I said, listen, man, you know, he contracted me to do 30 minutes. Now, if I don't give him 30 minutes and he tell me he don't want to pay me, now what? No, you know. So, you know, I just, you know, I was talking to Nephew Tommy, explained to him. He's like, listen, I like that. I like people to go in front of me to turn it up because that's how I stay sharp in the game. Man, I went out there and I set that joint on fire. I literally, till this day, man, off that one show, because I filmed it. My wife filmed it on her camera and we put it up on Facebook. And there's some clippings up there. I literally, till this day, I've been booked 37 times off that show. I got 2 plays and 1 movie off that one show. Wow. And every promoter like, yo, I seen you at the Nephew Tommy show in Wilmington.
Yeah, but to piggyback
go on to book me. So that's probably my biggest and most proudest moment.
To piggyback off of what Nate was saying, I was saying to piggyback off of what you were saying. A lot of people don't understand what actually happens in comedy. Comedians will try to do a guest spot. If they start hearing about you, they'll do a guest spot in front of you and try to kill it so that you'll bomb. And then your career start to, because people, they try to, you know what I'm saying? And they will definitely come and try to do a guest spot right in front of you. And and that's what cats do. It's this crazy game. Capone did that to me, and that was the first time in a while, I had a bad night because I wasn't thinking about even performing. I was hosting. I was supposed to host. And he was the headliner. They paid to see him. They didn't care about me. They paid to see him, and they had me hosting. And then he says, "Oh no, I'm a host, and then I'm gonna bring Malcolm on." So I'm like, "What? I was supposed to host, and then bring the headliner on." Mind you, they paid $35, $40 to see him, so they only wanted to see him. So once he went up there and did all this, that, and the other, and then brought me on, nigga, I said, "Yo, that was the worst night of my life." But
he talked about that when we had him on the show.
Yeah, definitely. He did that on purpose, man. He came all the way from New York to come down here and roast my ass, and and he definitely succeeded. And you know what's so crazy about that? About a month ago, he called me out the blue, and he was like, he was driving. He said he was on his way to another show, and he said, "Malcolm, I don't know what made me think about you." He said, "But I was thinking about you, and I just want to tell you that if you had the heart of Buck Wild and the work ethic of Teray, there ain't gonna be too many people better than you." He said, "I just wanted to call you to tell you that, so I'll never forget that." And I don't have the work ethic of Buck, but I got the heart of. I ain't got the work ethic of Teray, but I do got the heart of Buck. So I'm slacking somewhere. I'm slacking on my back. Okay, I just gotta get it all.
I kind of like when comics of that stature pull stuff like that with me, because what it does is makes me fight harder. But once I finish on that stage, win, lose, or draw, they're going to respect you more. The bottom line is I'm a strong believer of whatever I'm supposed to get when I go on stage, I'm going to get. Whatever laughs, whatever applause, whatever response from the jokes that I drop, I'm going to get that regardless. And I don't care what nobody do, I'm going to get that regardless. Now, it is a such thing of people sucking all the energy out the room. And you can still be hilariously funny, but people so tired of laughing and so exhausted, you may not get the roar that those other guys get, but they still like, yo, you funny. And what happens is a real comic who knows comedy knows, yo, this boy got some chops on him.
Right.
Because, you know, he was able to go up after me and he still did his thing.
Right.
And he killed, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I gained respect just off of that. Right. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do it.
Well, Nate, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not saying this because we got the same name. You are one of the funniest comedians that I've seen.
Thank you, bro.
And I've been asking Malcolm to try to get you on here for a while.
He's been standing me up. He's been standing me up.
Yeah, and I
have.
Yeah, so you know, I know we had your whole team on here, and I'm like, well, where the hell is Nate at? Nate don't want to be on the show with us.
Enough said in the building. Top Flight, Dark Child, Craig McLaurin, Hez Green, Amir Rail.
That's right.
Enough said, baby.
Listen, enough said. His little gang, right? You know, comedians, they hang together, family, and they got this thing where they do this, where they take their picture. So I was taking a picture with them, and I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a grown ass man. I'm old head.
You know what though? You know what that enough said came from? It came from, you know, everybody having something to say, everybody running their mouth, you know what I mean, about this, about that. You know, when you roll with people, somebody always got somebody to say. But in any game, I don't care whether it's basketball, football, comedy, singing, you find some like-minded people that you can vibe with, and you ride out to take the journey with you. And you work well together. You always gonna have arguments. You got blood brothers you're gonna have arguments with. You know what I mean? Family members you have disagreements with. But our disagreements and our differences are never so big that we fall all the way out. You know, we taking the journey together. We look out for each other. And we make each other stronger. We make each other better. And the thing about it is when people run their mouth, the bottom line is once we get off stage, we don't got to say nothing. I don't got to brag. I don't got to boast. I don't got to be like, see, I told you. No.
Enough said.
I did what I did. I don't have to say nothing. Enough said.
Enough said. I like that. I like that. But I'm a grown ass.
You got to put that. You got to put that on the shirt, man. You got to put that on the shirt.
They got them. But yeah, y'all are definitely funny, man. Philly definitely got some funny cats, man. It's a lot.
If you can make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So Nate, tell me this: if we doing the show right now, and you got the budget, this is one of the questions I like to ask. Who will be the five? And it don't have to be the five. That's the friend five. The five. They gotta be enough said. It gotta be that five. But the five that you know is going like come here and really make a real successful show for you.
They done killed him. Enough said they killed him.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I got a budget and it's a new budget, it's gonna be enough said. It's gonna be enough said. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Sometimes, and Malcolm will tell you, you'll come across a promoter, a new thing, new situation. You don't know how long it's gonna last. This may be his one and only promotion. So what happens is you get an opportunity to put your family on, you put your family on. Right?
Like
and then if it goes past then you start putting the rest of your family on, you know what I mean, you go from there. But you get your family on first because it may not last after that.
Yeah,
The difference is why I feel confident doing that, because when we roll as enough said, we tough. So we always say from host to headline, it does not matter. When we get on there, I'm not worried about nobody bombing. I'm not worried about nobody not being good. We done traveled all over the country doing this. so many shows, you feel comfortable with them, you feed off each other. I know if I give a person this on this budget, that promoter's gonna be like, yo, you brought me a hell of a show, and I want to bring the next one. So putting my family on it, I know I trust, it automatically allows me to the leeway to get to the second show. Then I can start putting everybody else on. And that's just how we operate. So listen, we get flack for that. We get flack for that. You know, other comments like, yeah, y'all don't put nobody on but yourself. Y'all don't look out for nobody but yourself. But that's not true.
You're supposed to.
And we got flyers to prove it. Like Craig got his own show. You know, Dark was doing her own show. We got flyers to prove that we don't just put ourselves on. But when it comes down to the first out the gate, always take care of your family first.
I like that.
That's smart. That's why your name is Nate.
And I will get my rent.
Enough said. Yeah. But me and him, we did a lot of shows together. Nate did a lot of shows together, and his energy is crazy, you know, and you know, a lot of people can't perform like you can't just put a show together with certain style. Style's got to match so that the show will go successful. A lot of people can't go after him or me because of our style, or you know what I'm saying? Now they can go by themselves and kill it, but if the show has certain type of people, the show's going to be crazy and the show's going to be great. And a lot of people just put shows together, just put this guy, and it's not going to work. It got to be the right type of people. You know what I mean?
You got to know comedy. You got to know
comedy. Right.
You got to know who you book.
Yeah, because Malcolm ain't putting nobody on.
You stupid.
Well, listen, I can't say that because I got a bunch of flyers from Johnny Top Cats, a bunch of flyers from, Damani's. I got a bunch of flyers from a lot of time, man.
Well, you are his cousin, so you don't count. You're his cousin. But other than that,
that's true. That's true.
But
listen, but I'm also funny though.
Oh no, you definitely funny.
And see, that's the thing. Like as to what Malcolm was saying, which I try to pride myself on, is I can do any comedy. I can go into church with Bishop T.D. Jakes, and I can be as clean as a whistle and come off with jokes straight from the scripture. I can go and then Malcolm was just in a hood bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were just in the bar. You know what I'm talking about?
Listen,
I'm talking about to the point that we was up there telling jokes, and the chick was next to Malcolm making a clap. Dance a stripper. I ain't making this up. This ain't even a joke.
The bartender was coming. She comes from around the stage, from around the bar, and she's twerking the whole time. This nigga's on stage. She's beside me twerking, and the whole time, like she's supposed to be back there bartending, and she's twerking. And then she took her shoes off, and she ain't had no shoes on that dirty floor, and she twerking the whole show. That was the most hood show that I've ever been in my life. But it was all good. But you definitely did your thing, man. You definitely killed it and brung the pain, man. We had a good time there, man. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, like we saying, Johnny's Top Cat. Matter of fact, you was on that show where Johnny got killed. You was on that show.
Yeah, man. I was on stage when the shots rang out, and I ain't gonna lie, man. It broke my heart every time I think about it. Ride past there, you know, it breaks my heart because Johnny was such a good dude. And all Johnny wanted to do was give us a venue, you know, for us to have for us, man. He wanted to build a comedy club. He wanted to give us a venue as an alternative of going downtown and being treated the way some of us was being treated down there at certain, you know, certain clubs down there. Not mentioning no names, but a lot of us wasn't getting a fair shake at some of these clubs. Johnny Top Cat was the first club to put my picture up on the wall. You know what I mean? So you know, shout out to Johnny and his family, man. I love Johnny, man, and what he did for me in my career. But it was special, man. Like, you know what I mean? You can say what you want about Johnny, but Johnny was real. And what he built for us, even though it was small, it was our own. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was legitimate. You know what I mean? And you know, it taught me a lot because, honestly, man, I heard the shots, and I just was up there telling jokes. And somebody came in and said, Johnny just got shot. And somebody said, oh, my God. And everybody started running out the room. And then the DJ left, and my dumb ass still up there. And let me tell you another thing, man. I'm up there just trying to, I'm still telling my jokes. And then I realized, ain't nobody fucking the room. Why is you running through this set? I'm literally running through my set, and there's nobody in the room. And I said, let me go the hell outside. You know what I mean? I went outside, and, you know, shout out to Malcolm because on some real shit, man. Like, you know what, Malcolm, it's crazy, man. We got so much history, man. I think we should sit down and just do some stories. But shout out to Malcolm. he came up like, man, that shit crazy, man. Johnny just got shot, man. And that's crazy, man. And I'm like, man, damn, I hope he's going to be all right. But in the back of my mind, I'm saying, did he have the money or you got
Damn. Listen,
man. Listen, when you do this comedy and the bills got to be paid, them
you need all that.
Be everything. You know what I mean? And even though you know some tragedy just happened, you still got to figure out how you gonna pay the rest of this mortgage and how you gonna pay the rest of this mint. And Malcolm walked up. He said, "Listen, you know anybody else, they would just tell you, you know what I mean, Johnny had the money, but you know I got the money before the show, and he paid me. Malcolm paid me. You know what I mean? And that you know that shout out to him and his ethic and you know what I mean, him just being a real dude.
I got that money. I got the money up front.
Malcolm really love you, bro. He love you.
I love him too, man.
Because he ain't give us no money.
Listen.
He love you. That's opportunity.
He probably owed me from all them Damani shows back in the day. see, Malcolm catch you when you're a New Jack and you got a buzz and all your family come out. He'll have you sell a boatload of tickets, and then at the end of the show, he'll give you $35 and send you on your way.
I remember I had a competition, and it was with the new comedians, New Jacks, and this one dude was horrible, but his whole family was in the room. And I said, and the winner is the New Jack. He'll be back next week. Make sure you get your tickets. Everybody was looking at me. He won the show. I don't care what y'all say. Get them tickets to see this nigga next week. And that nigga was horrible. Nigga, if you got a buzz, you're on the next show. I don't give a damn what you do, nigga. You on.
And that's the, you know what? That's the business aspect. A lot of people don't know it's a comedy aspect and it's a business aspect. Yeah. And you have to be versed at both of them to make it in this game. If not, you're just gonna be walking around as a comic. And when nobody books you, then you don't eat.
Right.
I ain't never gonna let nobody dictate whether I eat or not.
Yeah.
So Nate, how you been making out with the COVID and everything? Like, have you been still working, or you doing more plays and shows?
You know, I still got a full-time job. You know what I mean? I got several properties, and the thing about it was been rough because a lot of the tenants haven't been paying, and then a lot of the comedy shows shut down on me. I was offered a lot of Zoom gigs, you know, paid Zoom gigs, but I turned down 53 Zoom gigs over the pandemic because I honestly feel like my comedy is more of an art form, and I didn't feel like Zoom was Zoom really was a favor to my art form. In other words, I felt like I was disrespecting what I do or what I like to do to be on Zoom with no audience. You know what I mean? My energy comes from the people, and I give it back. I give it to them first. They give it back to me. I take it. I enhance it. I give it right back to them. So for me, I didn't want to do Zoom. So I actually sacrificed the money, which I know a lot of comics won't do. But again, I'm successful in life. See, when you're successful in life, you know what I mean? You good. Your family's well taken care of. It's not always about the money for me. Now, once it becomes a business, it's a business aspect, and I'm going to get this money. I will get my rent, but it's not all about the money for me.
Absolutely.
I love this game. You know what I mean? Like even with Malcolm, none of us woke up and said, yo, we're going to be famous comics. We're going to be rich. No, we was funny around the neighborhood, funny around the family, funny everywhere we went, and we tried our hand at it. We got an addiction to be funny. It's not about the money. And my thing is, if my brand is going to be hurt or not look the same because I can't be myself because I'm on a Zoom and I can't be Nate the Landlord, I'd rather not do comedy at all.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I got you. First time I heard somebody talk like that about that. That's decent.
Well, we ain't gonna hold you up, man, because I know you're waiting for that draft for them Eagles to get another bum player.
You're such a hater, such a hater.
For y'all to get another bum player.
Real quick, Nick, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
I'm Nate the Landlord Carter on Instagram, Nate the Landlord Carter on Facebook, on Twitter. I haven't got on TikTok. I'm a little behind on the social medias. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so busy. I literally got a lot going on that I don't got time to sit around and try to figure all this stuff out. But I'm Googleable. You can Google me. You can find me on social media, on all the social media platforms, at least Twitter, Facebook and Instagram as of right now.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, man, for finally coming on, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
A month ahead.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, all right. So
Yeah.
I would say go Eagles, but enough said. I get what you later on.
Enough said with the Eagles ring. Love y'all guys.
Man.
All right, now, man.
All
Thank
right,
you, bro.
man. Look, man, funny. Listen, people, y'all got to look this brother up, man. He's very, very funny, very, very talented. He's in the top 10, top 5, top 10 in the city, man. And I'm not just saying that. He's definitely in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's booked a lot. Very, very good brother. Make sure you look him up. Is my man Obona on it? Is he in the
Yeah, here. But before we bring him up though, real quick, make sure you let everybody know again about the 23rd, what's going on of May. Shout out to Raymond Anthony.
23rd of May. Shout out to Raymond Anthony for having me, man. Laugh Out Loud Productions. Raymond Anthony. I'm going to be at the Met with Tony Roberts, Coco Brown, Buck Wild, Ray Grant. The show is going to be definitely crazy, man. It's the biggest show of my life. You know what I'm saying? Not just because it's big, you know, a lot of people, but it's me performing in front of my home city, you know, like performing in front of my home people. So it's very big for me. So definitely I need y'all to come out and support it. And if you can't support it, at least share the flyer, man. People don't share the flyer. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it out here now. My cousin, I got a cousin, and he shared this flyer today I put up a post of Barack Obama and his wife. He put up a post. And I'm like, well, I put up a post of Barack Obama. He shared it, right? So I said, dang, if you can share that, why can't you share me at the Met? And he gonna text on there, I got you. I'm at to block my goddamn cousin, okay? I'm at to block my own goddamn cousin.
Well, no, you can't. You don't do that. What you do is you just, when it happens, because it's about to happen. What's up, cuz? What's up, Lejet? You know, a lot of people are only happy for you when you're around them.
Right.
Some people don't want you to do nothing but this, you know. So when it comes with that, you know, you can't worry about that. Don't get out of that atmosphere of wanting to block anybody, because guess what? At the end of the day, they seeing it. You know, they seeing it. Don't block them. Let them see everything that's going on, because guess what? When it's their favorite comedian that they want to see, they're going to be sharing it and saying, Malcolm, yo, cuz, can I get some tickets and all that? So don't worry about that. Just keep on doing it. Let people do stuff organically and because they really mess with you and they like you. Your family, you can't pick, Malcolm.
Yeah. But if you can share the Barack Obama off my page.
That's just what it be.
The first post before that was me at that and went to the Barack Obama post and said, oh, I'm going to share that. Oh, you going to share that? That's what happens. You gonna share that? But you ain't gonna share
that's
this?
What happens. That's what happens.
Family ain't. Anyway, about to have me cuss. I'm a whole new guy. I'm not cussing. With all that said, we got my man Obona Hagens with the final word, man. Hopefully he's in the basket. Hopefully he's in the basket. Oh, he's in there.
Yeah. What's up, man?
What up?
You got me
Obona?
out. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get this thing right here.
You know,
man.
with Hollywood, you got a limousine now. Where you at, man? Every week you get
no,
bigger
man.
This thing, man.
No, man, I can't get this thing. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I'm out here in the streets, man. I'm out here in the streets.
Obona Hagens.
And okay, there you go. Can you hear me good? Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what's going on, guys?
Man, what's up with you?
Yeah, I had to run some errands, man. So I'm stuck out here in North Philly, like right near Gratz.
Okay.
And you know, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Malcolm Hill.
Thank you.
You know what I mean, for his impending performance at the Met.
Thank you.
You know, I guess this is something that he's very shocked at, because you know, when I check out his videos, he's like, he can't believe he there. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, you belong there. Like that's you should really be like the headliner of that thing, right? You know what I mean? That's really how I look at it. But you know, So on that note, right? On that note, I want to just talk about you know the saying that word is bond.
Right.
You know that saying, word is bond.
Yeah.
And it's like that. You know, when you really think about it, right? Like in the scriptures, you know, God spoke and there was. You know, so like words are very important in terms of creating something, you know, and the words that you use should always be on the side of optimism and always on the side.
I don't know why he blacked out, but he's
Driving.
right. You know what, my people, you know, like my people was telling me that same thing when he was just talking about, you know, your words is, you know, is powerful.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, to always be on the positive side and affirming, you know, to affirm that everything is going to be right and to be able to keep your word. Because when you really think about it, all you really have is your word. Right. And when you say something, you know, it should be something that you intend on accomplishing. And I think many times people have the idea that they want to do something, but they don't want to give their word. They don't want to give their commitment to whatever it is that they say that they want to do.
That is true.
You know, so people say that they want peace, right? But they keep talking the V word. But we want peace. You're not going to accomplish the idea of peace by continuously talking about the opposite of peace. Okay. So we got to change that to seeking peace, you know, or to reduce conflict, because violence is always going to be around.
Right.
That V word is always going to be around, but it's how do you minimize it by channeling that violence or that idea of violence somewhere else. And it all starts with the thought. You know, everything that somebody does is based on what they think. You know, so if you think you're going to do good, you're going to do good because you're going to prepare to do good. You know, so your words are bond, and they should be bond.
Do you ever think the violence is going to slow down, and especially if I'm pertaining to Philadelphia? Do you think that the numbers are going to drop? Ever going to drop?
Yo, bro, what's up, bro?
Listen, do you think the numbers are ever going to drop with the violence in Philadelphia?
Well, I mean, it's going to drop if we start thinking peace. If we start actually exhibiting what peace is. Let me give you an example of what peace is not, right? All throughout the city is warm and everything, and there's a lot of cars out in the street. And a lot of the cars are double parking. You know, so the person who's double parking has to think that the person in back of them is not going to like it. And you don't know, you know, how they're going to be.
That's how it is.
You know, so that's something that's like not thinking about peace, you know? So it's things that we don't really look at that's causing a lot of the non-peace in the city. Just not being respectful. You know, when you're driving, you know, people are very disrespectful. So what do? You should always drive defensively. You know, always drive with the anticipation that the other drivers are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because I know this for a fact, at least 50% of all the cars that I see, they have the cell phone in their hand. You know, at least 50%. So they're distracted drivers. And the interesting thing about distracted drivers in Philly Word magazine, right, which is coming back out in a few weeks, right? We had an article called Being Driven to Distraction, right? About 20 years ago, dealing with the cell phones and people being driven, you know, driving while distracted, whether they're eating, whether they're turning the radio station or whatever the case may be. So a lot of these issues, we actually have to be responsible. You know, we got to be responsible for ourselves. You know, it's like, yo, a lot of accidents happen because we run late, because we lie to ourselves. You know, we don't prepare accordingly. We're not responsible to ourselves to be on time. So a lot of times people are rushing because they didn't do something the night before. They stayed up extra late, whatever the case is. But that's that person. You know, that person has to be that person has to be responsible, you know. So we all got to be responsible at the end of the day. We got to keep our words and remember that from our words, things are created. So
it seems like people are
there
angry.
is.
It seems like the violence is really coming from. It seems like people are angry. Like the smallest little thing can turn into a big situation. Whether either it's a combination of people being angry and they got to prove to you that you're not, you know, you can't beat me or you're not better than me or whatever the case is. So them, it seems like they're angry and they got to prove to you that, oh, I can beat you up or I can do damage to you. So the smallest little thing, I don't care if it's a girl or a guy, they just bam, it's what's up, what you want to do? And it's like crazy.
You know, I think that comes from the inability of people being able to use their God mind. They always got to think with their lower self. And and that has a lot to do with, you know, what messages are being pushed all the time. All we hear on the radio, online, sex, drugs, murder, sex, drugs, murder, sex, drugs, murder. So all that is going into people's mind, into their subconscious mind.
Right.
So all the people are thinking, and when you look out here, it's a result of what people are thinking. You know, you can't get away from what you're thinking. So what people are thinking is what they present or what they manifest. So when you see somebody out here with their pants sagging, that's what they're thinking. And what are they thinking? When you see a sister exposing, you know, everything, you know what's on their mind. They have something dealing with just their outer body that they want to show off. You know, as opposed to maybe, you know, carrying a book, you know what I mean? Or offering a smile, you know. So there it is, man. We got to keep our words and we got to be responsible.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mr. Obona Higgins, man. You got any quick plug?
Yeah, man, the sneakers, man. Hey, speaking of keeping the word, what happened, Nate?
Yo, don't you say nothing to me, brother.
Hey,
because
we'll
the bag is
talk about
You
waiting for
said you was going to definitely, hold up. Play the tape from last week.
You never came. It's here on the porch. You never came.
Play the tape from last week.
It wasn't no
You
tape.
said you was going to call.
I ain't got to call you. You know what?
It is. Listen to the video last week.
All you got to do is call.
Oh, man, come on.
This is the Hill-arious
2
Show.
weeks ago.
I want to thank my man Nate.
No, we got to finish this. Obona's trying to challenge. No, it's here.
Engineer
It's here.
Ron
I mean, this thing is breaking all up.
See y'all next week.
It's here
We
for
out of
you.
here. Y'all talk about that off the air. We
It's
out
here
of
for
here.
you.
Yo,
It's here
thanks
for
everybody, man. Thank Nate the Landlord. Great show today. We'll see you
Shout out
next
to
week.
Ryan G.
Shout out to my man Ron G. Shout out to Jackie, Platinum Touch Entertainment.
Shout out to Bonner. Shout out to Shout out to Legit. Shout out to everybody. All the support.
Shout out to Petaway. Shout out to everybody, Legit, everybody that supports this show. Everybody, Chastity, everybody. We out of here. Peace.